The President of the United States has just fired the person in charge of election security who issued the statement saying these are the most secure elections in American history, saying he's firing him because he doesn't like what he said and that everything he said is wrong just because Trump is saying so.
Yeah, the president is making very clear here. He's not even trying to tiptoe around the fact that he is firing this official because he is contradicting the president's baseless conspiracy theories that the president has been spreading around to try and legitimize his election laws, to try and vindicate himself. The president making very clear that this election, in his view, has been rigged and has been riddled with voter fraud, and that is exactly what Christopher Krebs, the head of the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, has said did not happen. He has said this was the most secure election in history. He has also swatted down the president's conspiracy theory about this Dominion voting software machine, saying that there is no evidence, as the president has suggested, that any of this software had deleted votes or attributed votes to another candidate, despite what the president has said here. So this is something that Christopher Krebs and his team knew was coming. He had been very aware in the days leading up to this that he expected to likely be fired by the President of the United States. And obviously it is happening in the same fashion that we have seen with so many other officials firing via tweet.
You know, it is stunning, Jeremy, that he's doing this, right? I mean, it's every single thing in here is counterfactual. To the extent that anything would have impacted this election, which he lost resoundingly, 306 electoral college votes. It was a resounding win when Trump won it in 2016. It's a resounding win for Biden now. Is there anyone, Jeremy, from your understanding, who's even in the room with him, or is he just in there doing this stuff? Just going on Twitter, fires the defense secretary. Going on Twitter a few days later, fires the guy who's in charge of election integrity in this country. He's just in there like crazy tweeting?
Well, he's certainly still in touch with officials. I mean, there are still folks at the White House who are around him, but we've learned that he's been spending most of his mornings at the White House, inside the residence of the White House, watching TV, heading to the Oval Office much later than he usually does. So he is certainly spending more time alone processing all of this. And the other thing to point out is there are different views in the president's ear, as there are so often. Right now, you're at a point where Rudy Giuliani, the former New York City mayor, is telling the president that he has a shot here, screaming at Trump campaign attorneys late last week and telling them that they are liars for telling the president that his legal battles here are a long shot in terms of overturning the results of the election. And then on the other hand, you have other folks telling the president it's time to start acknowledging reality. So there's no question that he's hearing a lot of different things right now, and there are obviously still those voices encouraging the president to go deeper and deeper into this conspiracy theory territory, and some of the members of the president's legal team right now are pushing that very same narrative, including Sidney Powell, an attorney who's working with the president, who's pushed all kinds of crazy conspiracy theories, including stating that the CIA has been involved in altering votes in this election, which is, of course, not true, completely unfounded. Yeah. But clearly the president wants to go deeper into this, and that's what we're seeing with this firing of Christopher Krebs as he continues to deny reality.